Hello everyone and welcome to the first annual awards of 2018. Well, it's 2019, but they're for 2018. As you can see, I'm very dressed up for the occasion. We have this wrinkly dress shirt on and, the very stylish shorts. Oh, yes. Really dressing up for the occasion, guys. Ignore this shirt under. It's not an Under Armour. Just ignore it. It's a dress undershirt. But yes, guys, welcome. Welcome to the first annual Poopy Pants Awards of the year, even though the year's passed, but I'm a little late, so we're doing it now. Now, for some of you who are probably asking, what is this? How could you even be asking this? Basically, what we're going to be doing is looking at the games that have came out in 2018, and we are going to be crowning the #1 shittiest game. It's about to get fucking crazy. So I was originally going to pick 3 games that I thought were just, absolute garbage in 2018, or not necessarily absolute garbage, but at least, a big disappointment to a lot of people. I was going to pick 3, but to be honest, 2018 was a pretty good year for gaming. So because of this, and totally not me being just lazy, I decided that I'm going to talk about 2 different games that I thought completely failed, were huge disappointments, and suck. Now, I kind of feel like it's pretty obvious which games are actually going to be on this list, and those 2 games are going to be, drumroll, Fallout 76 and Battlefield 5. Oh my god, Battlefield fans, please don't attack me like you did last time. That really hurt my feelings. So anyways, without further ado, let's start talking about the games. So let's start with Battlefield 5. Genderfield 5. guys, it was just a joke. It was just a funny joke. It wasn't really a joke.
Did I just hear someone use a microaggression?
Just real quick, the sad thing about that South Park clip is that that's actually a real thing, and that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But yes, starting off with Battlefield 5. Now, this game isn't necessarily on this list because it's bad per se. It definitely is disappointing in many gameplay aspects, and I'm going to touch on those. But the main reason it's on here is because of the big betrayal, the schism that happened between the players and the fans of the Battlefield series and EA and DICE. Now, if you don't really know what I'm talking about, I'm basically referring to when EA and DICE decided to basically say screw you to all of the Battlefield fans with Battlefield 5, who literally were giving constructive criticism, saying that they did not want a historical inaccurate World War II game. I mean, I don't understand why it was historically inaccurate in the first place, but we were basically saying, we don't want this. Why are you doing this? Please fix this. And instead of obviously, going with the fans, the people that actually play their games, and actually listen to what the fans are saying, they instead decided to not only side with a group of people who have absolutely nothing to do with video games, don't even play them, they then decided to demonize their audience, and it could really be seen in their conference that they did after the game launched. This was a private conference for just the developers and everything in the game, and you really think this is an EA problem, but it looks like DICE has a lot of part in this. I get EA is a very bad publishing company, and I'm sure they're definitely playing some sort of role in this, but I mean, DICE has really fell off the past few years. They developed Battlefield 4, and I would say that is kind of the last quote-unquote good title they did develop, but then they also started moving into the Star Wars genre, EA was using DICE as their poster developers, poster childs, if you understand what I'm saying. We obviously saw Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, the new ones, and they obviously both were complete failures, and yes, a lot of it could be drawn down to EA and their marketing tactics, but the games just weren't good. I legitimately could not tell you that after the first few hours I played of each of those games, maybe a couple of days or whatnot, I had no desire at all to go back. And basically the same holds true for Battlefield 5. Now this is, more in terms of gameplay, not necessarily the kind of controversy surrounding the game. I literally played the game maybe for a good week, something like that, and then I never had a desire to go back. Now, you're probably wondering, is this just a break I'm taking, or people are taking, because, people get bored of video games, they burn out, especially when they launch, all you're doing is playing it, grinding it, it gets boring. And quite frankly, I don't think so. Well, okay, I take that back. Technically, I guess you could call it a break, but the reason you could call it a break is not because I'm bored of Battlefield 5, it's because I'm bored of Battlefield 1. Yes, you heard that right. Battlefield 5's gameplay just feels incredibly similar to Battlefield 1's. It really doesn't feel like they strive to make any innovations in terms of gameplay. Now, yes, I do know they added stuff like fortifications or, new stances and everything, but just the game, it flows basically exactly similar to Battlefield 1. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything, but you don't really want to repeat. I mean, Call of Duty is a great example of this. The fans got incredibly bored, and criticism for the games being very similar was insanely high, and Battlefield looks like it kind of fell down that same path with Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. Putting all the controversy aside, Battlefield 5 definitely is a very strong contender to win the award. I mean, it's really honestly just too similar to Battlefield 1, and yeah, like I said, that controversy really doesn't have the best impact on it. Oh boy, now it's time to talk about Fallout 76. Now, unlike Battlefield 5, Fallout 76 kind of is more like, just straight up like gameplay bad. It doesn't necessarily have much controversy surrounding it, regarding like politics or anything. It was really like, it just feels like it's not meant to be there. It really feels like it should have never existed. Now, I get most people that, buy these newer games, especially AAA ones and everything, like the Fallout series, basically are pretty much set in stone to have an online connection. It's not really a problem of people not having a connection, it's just more of a problem of people not wanting to play co-op or people not wanting to play online. The Fallout games have always been about, this single player kind of offline story based thing, and I'm not saying that Fallout 76, lacks this, story driven game, which it kind of does, but I'm not necessarily saying that, but you're basically forced to play with other people. Obviously, other people aren't really going to kind of role play, I guess you could say, as much as some NPC would, with a voice actor and everything. It's just not gonna feel the same. It's just gonna feel like some MMORPG. Quite frankly, I don't even know if I'd call it an RPG, because it's more just like a battle royale. Okay, you guys get what I'm saying. It just doesn't feel like a actual Fallout game, and the game is incredibly boring too. There's really not much to do. I mean, every place you go to, every location, whatever the case may be, just feels like it's boring. Like, it feels desolate, and I get, it's a nuclear apocalypse. Yeah, of course it's gonna be. But I'm talking in terms of, it just doesn't, like, it's so unimmersive. It's just really boring. It sucks. It's not fun. I've played this game, quite frankly, I literally returned it. I'm not even kidding. I usually never return games. This was probably the first game I've actually ever returned, now that I think about it. Considering I've bought quite a few video games, this being the first game I returned is pretty sad. The game is incredibly bad in terms of performance. Especially on the PC version of the game, it is incredibly buggy. There are bugs ranging from literally everything. Like, I can't even go into detail on them. There are too many. Now, as for the whole post-launch crap going on with Bethesda, I really honestly don't even know what to say, other than I think it's sad that this has been a company that has been going for so long now, and some of these problems, like not getting people the right editions of the game or giving people cheaply made stuff or the wrong stuff, is just honestly ridiculous for a company like Bethesda, as quote-unquote renowned as they are, to have these problems. It just seems so laughable to me. Overall, I think Fallout 76 is by far the worst game Bethesda has ever put out. Alright, so now it is time to choose a winner of the Poop Awards of 2018. Now, honestly, guys, I'm gonna be real with you here. This was really tough to do, at least to choose one. Now, both games have different problems, in my opinion, but the issues that they do have just are so severe and just absolutely atrocious that they kind of like equalize each other. And because of this, and because my opinion on that is that they are both really bad in their own regards, they will both be receiving the Poop Award. Yay! Oh my god, this is so epic! Now, I'm sure some of you guys may be like, wait, Fallout 76 was clearly the worst game in terms of gameplay, and gameplay is the only thing that matters with games, right? So why didn't that win the award? Now, I see where you're coming from with that, but the reason I'm actually making it a draw is because I think PC culture really coming into video games now is kind of becoming a big problem in the gaming industry. This is something we keep seeing more and more of year after year, and quite frankly, I think this is just becoming as much of a problem and issue to games as much as their actual gameplay. And it's getting ridiculous, and I know I'm just, I'm a nobody basically, and like this video probably won't even be seen by more than like 1,000 people, but whatever awareness I could raise or whatever just for this PC culture stuff needs to be away from video games 100%, and they need to listen to the fans, not this small group of people that seems to cry about everything. I really would do as much as I can and want to do as much as I can, so that's why it's going to end in a tie. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. This video definitely did take quite a bit of time to make, so please leave a like on the video. It really helps show the support, and also share the video. Let other people see this video. Maybe they'll like the content, maybe they'll click that subscribe button. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and have a great day, and peace.